This was one of the best games of the season so far. Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons were in Madison Square Garden taking on Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks on Monday, February 26th. Despite being favored to win by 11.5, the game ended up going down to the wire. The first quarter was a good one. The Knicks struck first with a Precious Achiuwa putback layup, but the Pistons immediately struck back with a Cade Cunningham three-pointer. The Pistons were playing really good to start the game, getting out to a 17-10 lead with 6.5 minutes left in the quarter. Jalen Brunson wasn't having it though, and he led the Knicks to outscore the Pistons by 9 the rest of the way, giving them a 29-27 lead at the end of the first. The second quarter was basically the complete opposite of the first. The Knicks were the ones that started off strong, starting the quarter on a 9-0 run in the first 3 minutes. They kept a good lead until about 5.5 minutes left in the quarter, where Simone Fediccio, I don't know if I'm saying that right, hit a three that started the Pistons' comeback. With about 2 minutes left in the quarter, Cade Cunningham actually tied the game back up with a free throw, but the Knicks still went in the halftime with a 4-point lead. Cade Cunningham was easily the player of the half. He entered the third quarter with 20 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 blocks on a perfect 6 for 6 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. It looked like the Knicks were going to put the game away for most of the third quarter. They got up to a 13-point lead at one point, and for most of it they were up around 10 points. Cade struggled in the quarter, shooting just 4 for 10, but the lead wasn't big enough to be considered out of reach. The Knicks won the third quarter by 4 points, giving them an 8-point advantage heading into the fourth quarter. The Pistons hit their first 2 shots of the fourth, putting them down by just 3 points. They were back. Except they weren't, because the Knicks scored 5 points of their own right back, canceling it out. With 7:15 left in regulation, Evan Fournier hit a 3 against his former team that put the Pistons down by just 2 points. Things stayed exciting as the two teams went back and forth with good defense and clutch buckets. With about 5.5 minutes left in the game, the former Piston, Bojan Bogdanovic, fouled the former Knick, Quentin Grimes, on a 3-point attempt, where Grimes hit all 3 free throws and tied the game up 101-101. While driving to the basket, Cade jumped and had nowhere to throw the ball, so he ended up passing it right to Dante DiVincenzo, which ended up in a fast break 3 for Dante, which was cash. The Pistons went down and scored right back on a Jalen Duren putback layup, making it just a 1-point game. After Precious Achiuwa missed a tough driving layup, the Knicks stormed down the court and had some amazing ball movement when the ball ended up in Quentin Grimes' hands and he banged another 3, giving the Pistons the lead 106-104 with 3:50 left in the game. Precious Achiuwa redeemed his missed layup by getting an offensive rebound and putting it back up and in, tying the game up. Jalen Brunson hit a floater that put the Knicks up by 2 after that, and after the Knicks got a stop on defense, Jalen went down and scored again, putting them up by 4. They didn't have the game in the bag though, because the Pistons immediately came down the court and got the ball to Ausar Thompson in the quarter for a clutch 3 with just 2 minutes left in the game. It took almost another minute and a half for a team to score, and it was the Pistons who struck this time. Who else but Quentin Grimes to make a layup that put the Pistons up by 1 point with 37 seconds left to go. This is where things get crazy, so I'll just let you watch and witness the madness occur.
Grimes to Fontecchio, knocked away, Hartenstein picks it up, out to DiVincenzo. 10 seconds to go, he throws it away. Ball loose, picked up by Brunson. Brunson inside to Hart's banks it in, and a foul!
Yeah, after Ausar Thompson got absolutely rocked out of bounds and the refs not calling anything, Jalen Brunson found Josh Hart for an and-1 layup that secured the game for the Knicks. Monty Williams was furious after the game.
The absolute worst call of the season. No call. And enough's enough. We've done it the right way. We've called the league. We've sent in clips. We're sick of hearing the same stuff over and over again. We had a chance to win the game, and the guy dove into Ausar's legs, and there was a no call.
Cade Cunningham was livid as well.
But breaks just aren't going your way. Is it an element of frustration? Is it?
I'd say livid. That's the word of the day. Livid.
After the game, the crew chief referee of the game had this to say about the no call.
Upon post-game review, we determined that Thompson gets to the ball first and then was deprived of the opportunity to gain possession of the ball. Therefore, a loose ball foul should have been whistled on New York's Dante DiVincenzo.
So yeah, the Detroit Pistons were absolutely robbed of a big win against the New York Knicks. In the long run, this is probably a good thing for Detroit since they aren't playing for anything anyways, but it still hurts the fans, players, and coaches who deserved the hard-earned win.